Welcome back to the Midweek Update.
Scrooge takes a transformational journey from rags to riches in this fall's drama production.
And Mepham turns its hallways into a winter wonderland for hundreds of elementary schoolers at the first ever FAPA Winterfest.
These stories and more, I'm Haley Hepworth.
And I'm Riley Freed. And welcome back to the Midweek Update, the BMB show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
This week, Tom Mauro looks back at the girls' basketball season and the 45th annual Spring Gardener Tournament in your midweek week in Mepham Sports.
And Chris Atesh goes behind the scenes of the music department's winter concerts.
But we start with Tyler Weinstein and his journey bringing the classic character of Scrooge to life in the Skull and Bones production of A Christmas Carol. Jake Winckelmann filed this report.
Recently, Mepham High School hosted their Night on Broadway show. This year, the Mepham Skull and Bones Club premiered A Christmas Carol. The Mepham Skull and Bones Club has always been notorious and known for performing outstanding plays since the day the program began. Even though each story has a different mood and plot, each production has the same problem that they question themselves. How can we go from an empty stage to a full, complete scene?
It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of hours. So usually the students here work with me after school from about 3 to 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then there might be that much of a break for me to eat some food, and then those students who stay and I just work on the sets.
Individual actors have also had to overcome many issues, including Tyler Weinstein, who has had to remember hundreds of lines and practice his role to accurately represent his main character.
Well, for me, the most stressful part so far has been trying to nail down every single line, and not even the accent. I mean, that's fine. But the lines, since I'm the lead, it's just a crazy amount of lines, but it's awesome to do, over and over again. I love it, but it's just hard to know when to come in and know other people's cues, and yeah. And also another thing, becoming the character, that's also stressful too, trying to nail that down.
Just like the backstage production, the main character has also had to overcome many problems throughout the story.
Scrooge is his own enemy in this production. He's just someone who, as a young man, experienced a few hardships and didn't really have a close-knit family. His sister died when he was young. His dad didn't really want anything to do with him. And then when he got older, he became more obsessed with saving money instead of spending his time with his fiancée and having a family with her. So she left him also. So he's just someone who just missed what life is all about, is those connections that we make with people. So throughout the play, he goes through a journey looking at his past, his present, and his future, and he uses the lessons from that to become a warmer, more generous, more loving person than he ever knew he could be.
The Skull and Bones Drama Club performed another successful play even though they had plenty of hardships to overcome. From BMB, I'm Jake Winckelmann.
Did you see A Christmas Carol, Riley?
I did. It was awesome. I can't believe how many lines Tyler had to memorize.
It was a fantastic show. Congratulations to Mr. G and the entire cast on a great show. I know we here at BMB are already looking forward to the musical in the spring.
I know I am. Staying on the stage, the end of December means the halls of Mepham are filled with music as the annual winter concert series takes center stage. BMB's Chris Atesh got to go behind the scenes with one of Mepham's musicians to see all that goes into the making of a winter concert.
The Mepham music program takes in a lot of students from the school. One student in particular goes the extra mile. Anthony Karajanis performs a solo part in the band's instrumental section.
Okay, so this is a French horn, and I've only been playing this French horn for about a year now. So I've had to put extra practice in order to be on the same level as the other students in our band classes. So my practice routine consists of, every day in band class, and then outside of school, a couple hours every few days for just to get that extra step and make sure I know all my material before I go into class.
Both his teacher and fellow students admire the enthusiasm he puts into the program.
Anthony Karajanis is a real leader in band. He is the only French horn player that we have at Mepham at this moment. He is somebody that I look upon to fulfill that instrument and the purposes in band. He is somebody who clearly enjoys music, has a passion for it, takes it seriously, and I think that he's looked upon by his peers of the same age, even those older and younger. He's a real leader here. He's a real pillar of the music department, actually.
Anthony is a very good French horn player. He's the only one in our school. He's a very good friend of mine. He's very supportive, and he adds a good sound in the band that no one else can replicate.
In preparation for the concert, a lot of us thought that the band would not be ready in time because we didn't really sound too good, but then we realized that as long as everybody was dedicated and they put in that extra hard work that is necessary to make us sound amazing during the concert, then we'd be okay.
It's inspiring to see people put effort into the things they do. Personally, I'm excited to see what's in store for this spring concert. From BMB, I've been Chris Atesh.
Nice work, Chris, and bravo to all the Mepham musicians and singers who took the stage this past week.
For some Mepham students, this was their first time on the Mepham stage. The same was true of two of the directors that led the performances last week, as Mepham welcomed two new members of the music department, Mr. Brandafino and Miss Flynn. For more on their debut concerts, here's BMB's Ava Scheffler.
In the past year, the Mepham faculty has lost two music teachers. Band director Mr. Brandafino filled the hole up at Mr. Lode's, and Mrs. Flynn replaced Mr. Vivio.
Coming to Mepham was fantastic. I remember my first day and getting so excited to come into the building and to meet the students, and the energy and atmosphere of the faculty and community is contagious. So every person I passed by in the hallway was smiling, laughing, and very friendly and introducing themselves. So it was just a dream to walk into.
My process adjusting to the Mepham environment has been smooth, seamless. Everybody's been friendly, helpful, open-minded, open to new ideas. I really like it here, so far.
There's been a change for not only Mepham faculty, but also Mepham's music groups.
I think he's doing a really great job. A lot of people were not sure what to expect, but he's really filling Mr. Lodes' shoes and just really taking the band to a good place.
Students still work as hard as they would, and they're even more determined in their musical activities. With BMB News, I'm Ava Scheffler.
Welcome to Mr. Brandafino and Miss Flynn, and congrats to the veterans of the department, Miss Pincus and Mr. Mitrio, on a great 2 nights of music. Riley, I know you got to be a part of MEP Acapella at the concert, and MEP Acapella was also at the FAPA Winterfest, a special day of a lot of fun when we turned Mepham into the North Pole for what seemed like hundreds of elementary school kids from the area.
Absolutely. It was a really great opportunity and a really great experience for me and my friends in MEP Acapella.
BMB Louie Saraceni has more on this event.
On Saturday, December 7th, the Fine Arts Parent Association put together Winterfest, a fun event at Mepham which raised money for scholarships for students involved in the arts.
The Fine and Performing Arts Parents Association, it encompasses broadcasting, all the art directives, it does drama club, and it does the music, so like pirate radio and MEP Acapella here.
So the proceeds are going to help out FAPA so that we can continue to have fine arts and performing arts here at Mepham.
Kids had the chance to participate in games and crafts, as well as meeting Santa in a sensory-friendly environment. There was coloring, face painting, dancing, and other activities for the kids.
I love seeing my friends and getting my face painted.
Have you colored anything yet today?
I've done 3 ornaments.
We have all of our performing groups. We have BMB. We have a lot of kids running around getting their faces painted, a lot of cool arts and crafts, and last but not least, good food and good snacks.
The kids also had the chance to see what it was like to be on the BMB morning announcements and be interviewed by BMB reporters.
Hi, I'm back with another interview with Mason Torres. How are you today, Mason?
Good.
Are you having fun at the festival?
Yes.
What is your favorite part of the festival so far today?
Probably when I saw all my friends.
What do you want for Christmas this year, Grace?
I don't know. A lot of things.
Do you want a toy?
Yeah.
Any toy in particular? You really have no idea.
The success of this event will result in many Mepham seniors who are involved in art, drama, music, or broadcasting getting money for scholarships. as well as money being raised to help these arts programs.
I think it was a big success. We were this is our first time doing it, so we really didn't know what to expect. But I think because of all of the volunteers, like our BMB team and all of our staff, we put together a great event, and the community really came out for it.
The Winterfest was a great way for kids to come have a fun time while these important programs and the students involved in them were able to benefit. If you couldn't make it to the FAPA Winterfest, you can watch all of the fun on the BMB YouTube channel. From BMB, I'm Louie Saraceni.
Winterfest really was a great day. It really gave everybody a sense of community, and it showed how tight-knit we all are together, really. And I know you had a lot of fun that day too, Haley.
Yes, I did. I got to go around and interview all of the little kids and the parents, and it was just a really fun day for everyone.
It's so cute. In fact, all of the events we've talked about today can be seen in their entirety or in part of the BMB YouTube. Check them out.
Now to look at a few more things that can be seen on BMB. It's your midweek in Mepham Sports with Tom Mauro.
Thanks, Haley. Let's jump right into things. Last Saturday, Mepham hosted a numerous amount of schools for the 45th annual Spring Gardener Tournament. Mepham came in 4th in the tournament, where 12 Mepham wrestlers placed top 6, with 4 of those 12 making the finals. Switching gears to girls basketball, where they defeated Unidale 44-39 in a non-league game. Sophomore and player of the game, Haley Guerrero, led the way for the Pirates with 9 points.
I'm very proud. Everyone's working really hard, and it shows during practice and in the games.
Speaking of girls basketball, let's take a look at their season preview by Connor Ward.
The girls basketball team starts off their season very optimistic after a successful season last year.
We always expect the conference championship. We want the team to grow, develop, and we're definitely going to do that. We feel like we can win the conference and then, make a playoff run for counties.
This season is sure to be a challenge for the Pirates with graduating players like Caroline Keene.
Scoring-wise, we missed Caroline Keene's scoring. I think a 12-point scorer for us who's gone now.
Jillian Mayer, who's a very big part of the Pirates basketball team, has a very positive attitude coming into the season.
I always go in with a positive attitude, and I try to motivate the girls and get them thinking that we can win. Obviously, the goal is to come out successful, but the main focus is to just work hard and play as a team.
The Pirates also have returning junior Julia Rollinson, who was the leading scorer and player of the year last year, and she's sure to be a threat.
Julia Rollinson is a returning player of the year as a sophomore. She's a junior this year. She led us in scoring last year. I would expect her to score a good amount of points, but everyone's open to score.
Make sure to get ready for a fun basketball season. From BMB, Connor Ward.
Thanks, Connor. And that will do it for Sports Edition in Midweek Update. I'm Tom Mauro.
Thanks, Tom. This has been your midweek update for the week of December 16th.
We'll be back in the new year with all new stories from around the BMCH SD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see.
So have a happy holiday and enjoy your break.
And be sure to buy some chocolate from a BMB cast or crew member and send BMB to DC.
Again with the chocolate, Riley.
Or join us at our Applebee's breakfast on January 12th. For Midweek Update, I'm Riley Freed.
And I'm Haley Hepworth, and we'll see you next midweek next year.
Happy New Year, everybody.